Alrighty, welcome to our second day of Unit 3. Again, if you're curious about our codes here, U3 stands for Unit 3, and then Day 2 stands for D2 stands for Day 2. Alright, we are again reviewing ideas of basically functions versus relationships. Now, if we remember, relationships literally just means I have what? I have a connection. Okay? Now, functions means that inputs cannot do what? Inputs cannot cheat. Means that inputs are only allowed to have one connection. So if I look at these two examples super quickly, if I look at example 1 here, which is a mapping, I see that 3 is in a connection, 1 is in a connection, 0 is in a connection, 0 is in a connection. See how they all have these arrows connecting them to other things. So I know that this is a relationship. Instantly know this is a relationship. Ooh, my handwriting is going poorly today. Then over here, I can look at this. 3 has somebody, negative 2 has somebody, 3 has somebody, negative 2 has somebody. Again, instant check. This is a relationship. Oop, running out of room. So the thing is, relationships are easy, but the question is this map a function? So let's check all of our inputs. We only look at inputs right now. So I look at the 3. The 3 is in one connection. The 3 is good. The 1 is in one relationship. The 1 is good. 0 is a cheater. 0 is in a relationship with negative 1 and with 0 at the same exact time. This guy right here, ding, 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 he's a cheater. Let's call him a cheater. Cheater, pumpkin eater. So we say not a function because the input number 0 is a cheater. Has 2 outputs. The input number 0 has 2 outputs. All right. Now I want to label the inputs, outputs, domain, and range. So actually, we should have done this earlier. All of this side right here is going to be labeled as inputs. That would make this side my outputs. That's this whole area here is inputs. This whole area here is outputs. And then the collection of all my inputs is my domain. Let's change it back to my pen so I have a darker writing. And then all my outputs is my range. So we've done this part. We've done this part. Now, let's list the relationships as ordered pairs. So really that just means, let's say 3 is in a relationship with negative 2. Then my next ordered pair would be 1 is in a relationship with negative 1. My next one would be 0 is in a relationship with negative 1, and 0 is a relationship with 0. But I'm not allowed to do some really weird triple ordered pair. I can't go like this. That doesn't work. That's kind of why these functions don't work when we have cheaters. So we have to have this twice. We have to have 0 to negative 1, and we have 0 to 0. And then we're done. Example 1 is finished. Example 2, let's think about this. Are all these ordered pairs functions? We know it's a relationship, even though this is not spelled right or written the whole way out. We know it's a relationship. We check that. But let's actually do the same thing we did before. Grab my green pen. Let's check the 3. 3 is in a relationship with negative 2. Is it ever in a relationship with somebody else? As an input, we need to check all my inputs first. Okay? So do I ever see 3 show up twice? I do. 3 is in a relationship with negative 2, and 3 is in a relationship with 1. So 3 is a cheater. Furthermore, let's test this one. Negative 2 is in a relationship with somebody, and then later on, negative 2 is in a relationship with 0. Negative 2 is a cheater as well. So negative 2 is also a cheater. What does that say about answering this actual question, though? Is this a function? And the answer, of course, is going to be no, not a function. We see all my inputs, actually, all inputs are cheating. There you go, cheating. Now, do we need to have all the inputs cheating, or can we just have one of the inputs cheating? Let's go back up here. We have one good one, 2 good ones, 1 bad one, and that still is not a function. Okay, so remember, we don't need all the inputs cheating. We just need one input as the cheater. If I want to draw a map, all I have to do is list out all my inputs. So I have 3 as an input. That's good. I have negative 2 as an input. Is there any other type of input? I already covered 3. I already covered negative 2. So my beginning part is done. Now let's do all my outputs. My first one is negative 2. My second one is 3. My third one is 1. And my fourth one is 0. Okay, there we go. Now we have to connect them. So 3 goes to negative 2. Negative 2 goes to 3. Then 3 goes to 1. And then negative 2 goes to 0. My preferred way to do this is good. This is a great way to do it, but my preferred way would be to list them in the correct order. So here's, on this side would be my preferred way. I would go negative 2 because that's small, and then 3 because that's bigger. And then over here I would go 0, 1. Actually, no, I wouldn't, because what's smaller than 0? Negative 2, then 0, then 1, and then 3. It's the same numbers, it's just put in a different order. And then my errors will go a little bit different. So I would start with my negative 2 to 3, negative 2 to 3, and then I have a negative 2 to 0, and then I have a 3 to negative 2, and then I have a 3 to 1. These are the same maps. I just think this one is nicer because it's in the correct order. Notice we never repeat inputs. Domain and range is a collection of all the inputs. You don't repeat them over and over. You just put them one time. If you want to finish this worksheet up, I will have a second video for example 3 and 4, as well as helping you with the backside. The last part of this worksheet you'll have to be doing on your own. I'll put a little study guide up in Google Classroom if you need help with that as well. And of course, always send me a text if you have questions, and I'll answer those. Hope you have a great break. Bye.